So now for a geometric sequence, let's talk about how that is defined. A geometric sequence is a sequence in which a common ratio r is multiplied to each term to get the next term. So we're going to have to be really careful here about the fact that we have to be multiplying. So on the first example, you've got 3, 6, 12, 24. You're multiplying by r, so your ratio is, you're multiplying by 2, so your ratio is 2. On the second one, notice how you've got 1, -1, 1, -1. You're multiplying by a -1, so your r is -1. On this third example, this is where you want to be really careful. You've got 81, 27, 9, and 3. So while you may think, well, we're dividing by 3, that's right. But because the definition says we have to be multiplying, you need to think about what the same thing as dividing by 3 is. And to divide by 3 is to multiply by 1/3. So your r would equal 1/3. And then the last example is simply not geometric because you're not multiplying by the same ratio. So on this one, we're going to go straight to the formula for the explicit formula. This is, again, in bold, this is a formula you need to know. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1 power, where a sub 1 is the first term, r is the common ratio, n is the number of the term, and a sub n is the nth term. For this example, it says write the explicit formula for the nth term of this sequence, 4, 8, 16, and 32. So we take our formula, and when we substitute the first term of 4, the ratio of 2, we get 4 times 2 to the n minus 1 power. Now we could leave it just like that, but we could also simplify. I'm just showing you this as a way to do it as an FYI. I'm not making you do it. You can leave your answer as the first one. So if I asked you to find the 8th term, you could plug 8 into the formula, but it wouldn't be hard to just multiply by 2 a few more times. Either way, you're going to get 512 for that answer. Write the explicit term or explicit formula for the nth term of the sequence. Now on this one, you may think, well, I don't even know what I'm multiplying by. If it's geometric, that means you're multiplying to get the next term. So to find what you're multiplying by, you'd have to divide to go backwards. So if you take -45 divided by 135, 135 divided by -405, and so forth, you're going to get an r value of -1/3. And that's what you would plug in for the r value. So when you do this, again, we can leave this as our answer. And for this one, I would just leave it. I wouldn't even try to simplify. If we had to find the 7th term, again, you could just multiply by -1/3 a few more times, or you could plug 7 into the formula. Either way, you're going to get 5/3. So here's your homework, page 508. Make sure you're showing all of your work.